And what we would call that is, we call that insecure. 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 And some of us in this room, we're here tonight and like, this is our church. And like, we come week in and week out and we worship God and we know the Bible, yet we are trapped in insecurity. Like we're trapped in it. This idea that we see other people above us, but when we look at ourselves, we're beneath, we're lower than. And it's wild because nothing will hold you back more than insecurity. Make no mistake about it. Insecurity kills more dreams than failure ever will. Some of you are like, I'm a failure. I don't have any dreams. You're lying to yourself. You didn't even try. You haven't failed. You're insecure. And you're calling things failure, but in reality, you didn't even get up off the sidelines and attempt to go. It's like playing baseball. They told me I wasn't any good, and so I listened to them, and I sat on the sidelines, and I never tried again. And it was my view of them that I thought they were so much better, and then it was my view of myself that trapped me in insecurity. Can we just be honest for a moment tonight? Like, I don't care how pretty you look on the outside. I don't care how much you dress it up. I don't care what kind of makeup you put on it. I don't care how many times you filter it on the gram. Insecurity on the inside is one of the ugliest traits that you could ever walk out. It's just not who you're called to be. There's so much more in store for you. What's interesting about insecurity is that like, it's so easy to spot. Like insecurity, one of its most common traits is negative self-talk. And so you hear insecurity. And maybe tonight you've trapped yourself with some of these words, and these are the things you say about yourself. Well, what's funny to me about insecure people is that many times the things we say about ourselves, we wouldn't say about our worst enemy. I'm stupid. I'm nothing. I'm not good at that. Nobody likes me. Where do we get off thinking that we're allowed to talk about ourselves like this? You're a child of God. You don't get to dictate your value. He's already declared you're worth dying for. What's wild about insecurity, it's not just negative self-talk. It's that when you live in this space right here, you start to walk in jealousy. Because insecurity is the entrance to comparison and envy. When you're insecure, you start hating people you don't even know. And the reason why is because you're comparing your life to their life. And the reason why is that you actually want their life so badly, but you don't know how to get there because you don't believe it could ever happen for yourself. So the easier thing to do is to compare your place to their place. And when you do, you become jealous and you become full of envy. You see, jealousy is not a teenage girl trait. Jealousy is not an ex-boyfriend trait. Jealousy is an insecure trait. And last time I checked, insecurity doesn't discriminate. Proverbs says that envy rots your bones and it eats you from the inside out. And we look at other people's success and we start creating all of these excuses as to why we're not successful like them. Whenever you live insecure, you will speak like a victim. And when you're a victim, you give away your power and you let go of your responsibility. Listen, I'm not trying to condemn you. I'm trying to confront you. You can't change what you won't confront. And some of you tonight, you need to get sick and tired of living in this place. There is no person above you. There is only one. His name is Jesus Christ. And he's the only one that deserves your awe and wonder. You're not called to be insecure. When you're insecure, you're addicted to man's approval. Yet there's this insatiable desire that you think if you get man's approval that somehow you'll feel better. Yet what you'll find with insecure people is the more that they get man's approval, the more they want it even more. And when they don't get man's approval, they become even more toxic. You're not called to live insecure. But maybe you're not in this box. Maybe you come down this box and maybe you're in this, well, maybe you have a low view of others, but you also have a low view of yourself. We call that box cynical.